Hello everyone! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. And as you can see, medyo sad ang ating intro for today's vlog. This is because of what happened during our travel to Malaysia. And right now, since may time tayo, kakauwi lang natin from Malaysia. So, I need to share this with you guys, especially to all the mountaineers out there that wanted to, climb Kota Kinabalu. Please make sure na legit yung magiging organizer or yung magha-handle sa inyo sa reservation nyo or sa slot nyo sa Kota Kinabalu. So, I'm going to share as well the legit agency that you can book in Kinabalu Park. Just to make sure na it will not happen to you. So this is my story to tell. We actually planned to visit Malaysia. This is actually way back. On my part, since I'm a mountaineer since 2014. So I planned to visit Mount Kota Kinabalu last 2016, and sad to say it didn't happen because someone destroyed my passport. So I paid in full, but it's okay since everything happens for a reason. And then the second attempt to climb to Kota Kinabalu was last 2018, and with my co-mountaineers, with my friends. So we plan to visit Kota Kinabalu that time, but we got scammed again. But good thing about it is they returned our money, and since then parang nawalan na ako ng hope or nawalan na ako ng pag-asa na maakyat pa siya, especially the times na nag-struggle tayo during pandemic. So, parang 2 years or 3 years tayong nag-struggle. And then, now I get a chance to plan again to climb Kota Kinabalu. So, I decided to book a reservation in Kota. And that was last 2023 of September. The original plan was just me solo going to Kota. But since I have friends also a mountaineer that wanted to climb there, so the plan was 5 kaming aakyat sa Kota Kinabalu, and that was the plan. But thank God na dalawa lang kaming originally was 5, and then dalawa lang kaming natuloy na mag-book sa Kota kasi sobrang laki ng nawala sa amin, guys. So we actually asked our friends na naka-climb na sa Kota kung ano yung magandang gawin or reservation na pwede naming nakuha. So isa pa pala sa tips, guys, huwag kayong magtiwala pag sobrang mura yung event fee, kasi na scam kami because the first inquiry that we have actually 30K or 30,000 or 28 to 30,000 per pax. So, nag-try pa rin kami ng ibang agency na pwede naming ma-inquiran. And one of my friend recommended Aaron Sim. Aaron Sim Mao Zian. He is a Malaysian. And since my friend recommended him and he actually got a good review, so we trusted him as well because a lot of my friends actually booked to him way back. So minessage namin siya, and then he provided everything and the quotation and all. So he actually mentioned that per pax will be just 1,680 ringgit. So, per person. So, that's a total of 20,000 only. So, ang laki ng masisave mo, mga 5 to 8,000 kung sa kanya ka mag-book. And it will include everything with the rest or homestay, and then the climb itself, and then susundin ka niya sa hotel or susundin ka na niya sa airport. So, round trip na yon. And, which is good. So, I asked my friend if he wanted to come with me or to book also with Aaron Sim. And he also actually a mountaineer. So, nag-reserve kami sa kanya, and then last October 2, nagbayad kami ng 2,000 ringgit. So, that's a total of 24,130 pesos. And then, we send the money to GCash since nagkaroon ako ng struggle using the Wise application. The Wise application is actually originally from Malaysia. And since hindi ako masyadong gamay dun sa Wise application nila, so he recommended me of sending the money through GCash, one of his partner in the Philippines. So, nagtiwala naman ako kasi nakita ko yung profile nung pinagsendan ko is traveler talaga and mountaineer din. So, ang name niya is si Sir Dario, which is na-scam din pala niya and naloko din pala niya. So, malaki ang perang na down nung person na yon sa kanya. The first thing that I thought is kasabwat sila or partners talaga sila. But when I talked to Sir Dario, he mentioned na may client din siya sa Kota and nagbook din siya kay Aaron Sim and tinulungan niya lang yung person para ma-send yung pera. So, after I send the money to him, he also transferred the money to Aaron Sim using the Wise application. And then, after that, nagme-message siya, consistent siyang nagme-message sa amin of what will going to happen during the climb and what we're going to bring and everything. So, we're asking him lahat ng information about the climb. And consistent naman siya nagre-respond sa amin October 2. But after we paid him the 2,000 ringgit, I asked him if we can pay him in full in person. So, the balance is just 1,360 ringgit. If kaya naming i-send sa kanya or personal na lang naming ibigay. And he said yes. Pero last January 5, I think, nag-message siya, January 5, 2024. Nag-message siya na kailangan na niya yung balance namin, which is the 1,360. And I asked him why, because ang usapan namin is personal kong ibibigay sa kanya bago ang climb or during the climb. Pero ini-insist niya na kailangan na daw kasi baka hindi namin makuha yung reservation namin even na nagbayad din na ng 2,000 ringgit. Kaya medyo nag-doubt na ako magbigay sa kanya that time. Pero since tiwala nga, we trusted him. So, sinend namin yung balance na 1,360 ringgit. And then, I asked him if pwede sa GCash again, but he mentioned na nasa Singapore siya. So, kailangan sa Western Union kami mag-send sa kanya ng money. And, sobrang consistent niya mag-reply sa lahat ng message namin. And, he wanted to make sure daw na yung slot namin is ma-reserve talaga. That's why we need to pay in full or full payment talaga. And, that was last January 8 that we sent the money to him, the remaining balance. And then, in peso, that will be 16,240 pesos. So, lahat ng nasend namin kay Aaron Sim is 40,000 for 2 person. And after we send the money through Western Union, on that day, same day, claim niya yung pera, yung transaction na yon. So, that's it. Na paid in full na kami. And then, I asked him if he received the money. And he confirmed na na-receive niya yes. Nasa Singapore siya that time. So, I asked him why nasa Singapore siya. Meron daw siyang travel doon. And kailangan niya na nasa Singapore. So, babalik din daw siya sa Malaysia during our climb. So, after that, I asked him to provide me a receipt. Binigyan niya ako ng invoice dun sa binayad namin. So, 3,360 ringgit total amount na sinend namin sa kanya. And then, after we send him the full amount of 3,360 ringgit, hindi na siya consistent na mag-chat sa FB. And then one time nag-respond siya, sabi niya na sobrang busy niya. So kailangan daw naming mag-download ng WhatsApp para dun daw siya magre-respond sa amin. And I did create a group chat or a GC sa WhatsApp. But ni once hindi siya nagre-response doon. So hindi talaga siya nagre-reply na after namin mabayaran in full. And then I asked my friend, the one that recommended him, I asked her if bakit hindi nagre-respond si Aaron Sim. 1 week na lang, client na namin. I should mention na ganun daw talaga siya, hindi daw talaga nagre-response a day before the client, saka lang daw siya nagte-text. So, kampante naman ako na walang mangyayaring hindi maganda kasi yun yung na-experience nila na mag-showed up lang siya during the climb. And then, nag-try pa rin akong mag-message sa kanya, "Sir, what happened? Are we good?" Or mag-response ka naman. Wala siyang paramdam. Pero nagsisin siya sa mga message ko. So, kinakabahan na talaga ako. And then, mga 2 days before our climb, my friend messaged me. So, she mentioned na baka hindi niya alam kung anong pwede niyang sabihin sa akin. Kasi may nakita pala siyang nag-post na mountaineer na naloko na ni Aaron Sim. So, by that time, parang nawindang na ako na sobrang depressed, yung emotional, damage na ginawa niya sa amin. Sobrang hindi ko kayang magkikikilos. Parang iyak lang ako ng iyak buong araw because of what happened. Ang hirap kasi, we save a lot, time, effort, yung pera. Hindi naman basta-basta lang na pera yun eh. Pinaghirapan mo yun. Pinagpaguran mo, tapos wala. Sobrang hirap. But, nasettle na kasi namin lahat eh. Yung hotel reservation, yung ticket namin. And it's my first time to travel abroad na aakyat ang bundok. So, first ever international climb ko yun. And pinaghandaan ko talaga siya. Kasi sobrang planado na talaga lahat. And ang gagawin na lang namin is mag-enjoy na lang sa climb, ganyan. But, wala. Hindi talaga nangyari. So, after noon na minessage niya ako, hindi ko na alam kung ano yung gagawin ko. Hindi ko naman siya pwedeng sisihin kasi nirecommend lang naman niya, nirefer lang naman niya since maganda naman yung naging kahinatnan nung last climb nila. But yung sa amin, ang hirap. Sobrang hirap. Tapos okay lang sana kung ako lang. Tapos may friends pa. Yung may friend pa ako na nadamay sa nangyari. Ang hirap talaga. So yun. After nun, hindi ko alam kung anong pwede kong gawin. Nagme-message ako sa kanya. Even tinatawagan ko siya, hindi talaga siya nagre-response. So yung friend ko na yun, yung nag-recommend, pati siya na-stress na din. Sabi ko sa kanya, wag na lang siyang magre-refer pa kay Aaron kasi madadamay talaga siya. Dahil, grabe, first time ko ma-scam na wala talagang refund yung pera. As in, first time. And imbes na ma-enjoy mo yung trail, kasi mahirap umakyat ng bundok. 4,000 meters yun, guys. 4,000 meters above sea level. So, may mga ganung tao no, na para lang sa pera. Grabe. Hindi nila alam kung gaano mo pinagplanuhan lahat. Pinaghirapan mo yung... Wala sana kung... Grabe. Kung mayaman tayo. Diba? Pinag-ipunan mo. Sobrang stress yung ginawa niya sa akin. Alam mo yung... Ayaw ko na talaga. Sabi ko, siguro hindi pa para sa akin na umakyat sa Kota Kinabalu. Parang hindi siguro hindi pa to yung time na aakyat ako dun. So, ayoko na. Sabi ko sa kasama ko, siya na lang yung aakyat. Bigyan ko na lang siya ng kahit magkano para lang matapos niya yung Kota Kinabalu. But, yun, sinamahan ko pa rin siya. Umakyat pa rin kami. Borrow ako ng money sa sister ko. And then, ang hirap. Ang hirap talaga. Sakit ng ginawa niya sa amin. Kasi, hindi lang sa pera eh. Yung tiwala mo sa tao. Nag-send ka ng ganun kalaki. Para sa akin, malaki na yun, guys. Dahil normal, wala naman tayong ibang income. Kundi,
nag-work lang ako ng regular no work lang. So, 'di ba? Sobra kung if you're watching right now, Aaron Sim, sana hindi mo na to gawin sa ibang mountaineer kasi masisira ang Malaysia sa ginagawa mo. It will destroy your country, you know? I trusted you, we trusted you, but you scam us. After what happened, even when we got to Malaysia, we're already in our hotel, but I'm still hoping that you're going to appear on the day of our climb. Even once hindi ka talaga nag-response. I am doing this report or this vlog right now to penalize the parties that involved on this one, and para you will put in jail sa ginawa mo sa amin. And para na rin aware lahat ng mga mountaineers na huwag niyong pagkakatiwalaan tong taong to. I will going to post his name here, and also pinost ko na siya sa Facebook. And we already reported him to the police station in Malaysia, and also in the immigration in Malaysia. But the immigration mentioned that they need to coordinate first with the town proper police officer, just to make sure na valid lahat ng na-report namin. And sad to say, guys, I'm not the only one that Aaron Sim got scammed. One from Taiwanese, from Korea, from Malaysia or Kuala Lumpur, he also got scammed. Aside from that, also one of our mountaineering friends dito sa Pilipinas na scam din niya. So this should stop, you know. Sana ma-realize mo kung gaano kabigat na ginawa mo sa amin, and I will not stop para matigil ka na sa mga bad na ginagawa mo. Gusto kong magmura ngayon pero hindi pwede. Basta lesson learned na sa legit na agency lang talaga tayo magbubuk, lalo na pag international. Mas lahat ng gagawin natin dapat legit talaga, na sa agency lang na pwedeng nating yung hindi tayo may scam. So anyways, guys, ipopost ko dito kung ano yung mga legit na pwede kayong mag-book ng Kota Kinabalu climb nyo. We're good na, nakapag-file na ako ng police report to Aaron Sim last February 28. So nandito na rin lahat ng information about him, kung how it happened, and sana gawa nila ng aksyon sa Malaysian police para naman matigil na to, kasi sobrang grabe na yung ginawa niyang pang-i-scam sa mga tao at hindi na tama to. Please gawan nyo sana ng paraan to. So this is it, guys. I'm good na. Nasabi ko na lahat ng pwede kong sabihin, and I will indicate everything here. And thank you so much for, you know, watching, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.